Okay. I think I think we're okay to go. Blah. Okay. Hi, hello, how are you all? It is a lovely, lovely day, I think. It's actually been like raining in my area all day, which has been nice. It's like the nice kind of rain. And awesome. Hi, hello, how are you? How is everyone? How was your week? How was living? How does it feel to see me in closer intervals than how you used to before? So let's go to the top and see who's all here. So the hashtag first, the coolest to cool, the poggest to pog in chat today is Madam Congratulations. And we also got Yata Garasu here, and we got Mikey, and we have Fenrir, and hi Lycos. Why ever could you be screaming at me? I can't put my finger on it, you know? I think it's really nice that you're here and you're screaming because you're having a wonderful day, perhaps? It's so good of a day that you just want to yell at the top of your lungs for no in particular reason? Anyhow, I think that's the. Yes. Yes. Last time I caught you were PNG, so 3D is very interesting. I got my camera back, and by camera I mean I got a new camera. Also, hi Fly! Hi Fly! Yes, I'm alive! That's awesome. I love that. By the way, Mike, I did read that it was like, hi from Casa Madam. Hi, Mike. I hope you two are having fun with whatever you're up to. Hope it's lots of fun. I saw Bane's Nunya. It's so cute. I love it. My mental form, actually. Oh, got it. So you're only there mentally, not physically. Got it. 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 Drop it. No. But hi. So I have things to talk about. Yes, don't listen to that good work. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. Physically there, not mentally there. Uh-huh. Hi, Gibbon. Oh, oh, Puddles. Been good today. Brown. What? Wee! Geez, I just met her. Ah. I love your wiggly head things. Thank you. They're my gills. They let me breathe in the water. Welcome in, Torga. All right, so we have things to discuss. First of all, I have acquired things. Things that I think are easier to assemble than the one that I have that I need to assemble. I have two I need to assemble, actually. I was given not one, but two Pokemon model kits. Weird place to put gills. That's because I'm an axolotl. Axolotls have their gills on the sides of their head. Those really little friendly things that that axolotls have are gills.
Space boy.
Scared of beans, you ask? Well, you know what? Today, no. I love beans. Made an entire dish full of beans yesterday, and it was delicious. Delicious, delicious beans. Beans are good for the heart. The more you eat, the more you fart. Anywho, so I got two Pokemon model kits. Uh, I will. I'm actually thinking of what do you guys think they are? What do you possibly think they are? I'll give you these hints. One is a starter, and one is a legendary. Changes my entire view of axolotls. Yeah, that's that they breathe through those. Breathe through them. Their gills. Shaman. Hi, Fuyak. No, Shaman is not one of them. However, I will give this that one of them, grass type. Nope. No, their head things were gills. Yeah, they're cool like that. Love, I love axolotls. They're such weird little creatures. They like, more fun axolotl facts. They actually are super great with stem cells. Weed cat. I wish I had. I saw that there was a Meowscarada model kit, and I kind of wanted it, even though, like, it's so cool looking. But no, it's not. It's not those. Not weed cat. Because Neotini is Neotini. What? Oh, stem cells with axolotls. They are actually incredible regenerators. They can even regenerate part of their brains because their stem cell control and like genetic makeup for their stem cells is that good. They don't stop producing stem cells. They just keep producing stem cells. They are almost like made out of stem cells. So if they lose an arm, the arm comes back. Celebi. Celebi would be cool, but no, it's not Celebi. Remember, there's two kits. There's one starter and one legendary. And the other hint that I've given so far is one of them is grass type. I'll even drop this one in there. I'll drop this one. Both of them are green in some way. One is more green than the other. Yeah. You're lucky you're on Crystal with me, otherwise I'd explode. Bulbasaur. Nope, it's not Bulbasaur. But you're getting closer, I think. Booyak has one of them. The legendary is in fact Rayquaza. One of the model kits I have is Rayquaza. Ati! Hi, Snibbling. Also, just because we're on the same team, you think you're safe? Team attacks are still 75% of what a total of points score would be. I've attacked so many people on Team Crystal. You think you're safe, buddy? You think you're safe? Try again. No one is safe. I've been a fiend this art fight. Mostly because I'm leaving for a week at the end of the month. Because I'm going camping. I get to go camping. Also, hi, Bane! Chikorita. Nope. And I wish it was Mudkip. I would love Mudkip. Pokemon Sleep's about to get Mudkip, but I'm so excited. Tonight's the last of the week for, like, the current week, and then tomorrow the anniversary event starts. It's on its 2 years, and they're adding in not Chikorita. Chikorita's already in the game. They're adding in Torchic, Mudkip, and Trico. I want all three. Trico? Not quite. Turtwig. Nope. Never safe. No. There's many I wish it was. I like model kits and I like Pokemon. I hate that I like Pokemon so much. Grookey. Nope. Not a Grookey. Like, I love Pokemon, but I hate that I love Pokemon because Pokemon is Rowlet. There it is. So Tuesday evening, I'm gonna be building. Hopefully, I'll start with Rowlet and see how fast Rowlet goes, and then we'll do Rayquaza. So I have two Pokemon model kits. One is Rowlet, the other one is Rayquaza. Honestly, it's honestly weird seeing all my OCs in one spot. Hedgie set up my page, for me, and even they're like, "Oh my gee, I've never seen these guys before." Me, chronic worker, you don't see. I'm so excited to see them and grab. I'm so excited to see them and grab them and be like, "Ah ha ha! Time to make." Hi, Luna! Thank you so much for the art fight attack, by the way, you absolute bean. Hedgie loved theirs too. They were so happy with it. I like fighting Rowlet. I like fighting the Rowlets. Why do you like fighting the Rowlets? Or do you like the fighting Rowlet? Oh, yeah, I like them because it's very. I like burrowing owls. They're cool. Pizza! Hello! How is pizza today?
What's the matter? Scared of beans? Space boy.
I was asked this question earlier, and as of today, nope. I, in fact, am quite not afraid of beans, as I have assumed. I have assumed. I have assumed all of the beans. Never see a bean again in your lifetime. Thank me for all of the beans. I'm 1% bean. So when I die, I can say that I am at least 1% bean here all along. Anywho, yeah, there we go. Does this include soybeans? I like their sauce. No, unfortunately, I couldn't get the soybeans. We don't have enough of them in Canada. I was able to get like all the kidney beans, and I got the lima beans, and I got. Why are you like this, Gibbon? What have you done to your? What is going on here? My cat came. I know she did this last week, but she came to me with issues. I'm trying to help as best as I can as a pet parent. Tedious task, but that I sometimes must. So if you weigh 99 pounds and eat 1 pound of beans, you are 1% bean. Yeah. Yeah. It's the same thing with nachos. That'd be fun. Or I've heard many people regale themselves with this. It's just like, before I die, I want to fill myself with like popcorn kernels and then have them cremate me. I had to whack the demon out, but I like the demon. The demon's a part of me. I am the demon. The fiend. Wake you in. Give me 2 shakes. I just need to end up and go get have to go get the brush because Paige has machetes last few days getting gnats in her. I'm just gonna quickly grab the brush. It's literally 2 steps away from, like 5 steps from where I am. Bad news. I have the brush now. Got up, I walked out of the room, went darting past me. I don't know. She'll come back once it removed. Never heard the popcorn thing before. That's hilarious. As just like, my time has come. Alright, so what are we doing today? 1 or 5 of you might be asking. I'm chibbity chabbity, evidently. I wanted to talk about, because I keep looking over, one of my plants that I thought I was going to kill is living. Living so much that it's putting out a new leaf. That's exciting to me, because I thought I was going to kill this thing, because it's a picky plant. I have a lot of spider plants, and a lot of, like, plants that are low maintenance, where it's like, water me when you remember me, I guess. Animal Crossing plant, kinda. It's called a Scarlet Secret or an Elephant Ear. It's cool, and it's putting out a new leaf. I get it now. Ha! So the guy, what? Which guy? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. The guy with the snake. The guy with the snake was back? Oh my god. Emotional support snake guy back at it again. This is incredible. We need to document him. You have to ask him what the snake's name is. Next time you see him, and you like, if you ever like have the moment to run into him, or like he's coming towards you, you need to approach and find out what the snake's name is. This is important. Either that, or we just start calling him Snoodles. It's like the guy with the snake and his snake Snoodles. But you're not afraid of snakes, are you? He wouldn't bring it in if it was venomous. Snake? Constrictor snakes are cute. They're just little guys. They have like the big round pupils and they look at you with their little tongue and they're like, bleh, bleh, blah, blah, blah. They just want to give you a hug. So, are we supposed to wash our hands with soap Solotl for 20 seconds? You can wash your hands with soap Solotl shaped soaps. Unfortunately, I'm just a little guy, although I do produce bubbles. Yeah, Ems. Mayhaps. Mayhaps. It would work. Do appreciate proper sanitation in this household. And also welcome in Nakashima Ryu. I call you Ryu for short? A bar of soap Solotl. Yes. Wondering on the flavor, I taste like cilantro. Because I have the soap genetic, and cilantro tastes like soap to me, okay? It's not an easy existence. Ryu for short. Hey! 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 You have soap that smells like candies. Ah. Little guy. They are the little friends. Constrictor snakes, especially like the little guys, like, they're cute. They're long little noodle, they're like little snoodle noodles. I completely understand people's fear of it. Kind of like I have a fear of spiders, and I literally have like the primal fear of spiders. When I say I have the primal fear, I mean I have the primal fear. As in, I used to have flight where I screamed and ran. Looking at plushies of spiders still makes me just uncomfortable. Even like the cute ones, I just start feeling uncomfortable in my skin when I think about their legs and how their legs move, and I'm like, thank you, no thank you. But I have managed to overcome that, actually. I have changed my flight on the sight of spiders and changed it to fight. Don't be a spider near me, it's on sight. So there's that. Oh, is that a Digimon? It is! I actually really love Digimon so much. This is one of my OC Digimons. This is Umi Ushimon. They are a Nudibranch Digimon. They kind of have like a Patamon-shaped body. They're cute. I love them. They're featured on my art fight page, which, before we go in and start doing art fight attacks, do you guys want to see some of the art fights that I've received? Some of the attacks that have had concocted upon me? You little guy, I know, right? I love them so much. They're just a little dude. They make my brain happy. I have 3 OC ones. I haven't been able to build them up into like proper lines. I think Umiushi is. I have one, but I've never redrawn them. Maybe I should do that one day. I have thought about it a lot, but I also cringe a little bit at the sight of them because my Naruto Wolf Digimon OC. They were a ninja wolf, and I definitely didn't have 2 hyperfixations in middle school, which was Naruto and Digimon. And playing Digimon 20 card game 2020. Okay. When the digital comes out, you can bet your anus that I am going to be playing that game. I am so excited for when the digital Digimon TCG comes available, so I can actually play that and have fun with it and like actively anus bet. Anus tart. There's a fan-made one. I know about the fan-made one. I'm nervous to download and get it set up because I'm afraid to commit to it. I know if there's like the one that they're making and will have out soon, it'll be a little bit more easier because I want it to be on my phone. I want to have something mobile where I can just pop it open and be like, ha. And then when I'm at home, I can sit down and be at my computer and be like, ha. I'm picky like that. I know how my brain works is the problem. I know how my brain works. Maybe I do have my coworker that's also into Digimon, and he might be able to help me get it set up. So I might talk to Reaper about that. I'm going to the Art Fight Weber site so I can show off what other people have made it for me. Why do I have notifications? Follow. Bones is on Team Fossil, you say? How interesting. Okay. Let's go to Ebois. 1 second to get it set up. There we go. Alrighty, let's take a look. So, this is the first one I did, or that I didn't do. This is the first one I received from Curbstagoon while I was on stream. It was a day one. And it was like, no attacks on Pumimon, none yet. That's okay. The fact that I have this many this early into on my first year, this early into art fight has me just like elated and flabbergasted. I get so excited whenever I see that I've been attacked, and I love going and just like hugs and kisses and loves and loves and loves. I think the favorite so far has been Fernwyn. A lot of people have done, I think I have like 2 or 3 of Fernwyn so far. The first one we have is from Curbstagoon of me in my little axolotl form. I appreciated it so much. I attacked them back. I will show you the revenges and all the ones I've done so far. And then we have Umi Uchimon from Rook all up in. Look at them. Look at my little guy. I love them. With all the mint chip ice cream. They're so cute. Hi, Echo. Oh gosh, more. Anyway, fell asleep before sending last time. Need to finish sending every alien name. You are so valid. It makes me think of the Mizutune. That is my favorite monster hunter. Like, that's one of my favorite monster hunter monsters. I love the Mizutune because fluffy. Okay, I love fluffy dragons. Fluffy dragons are some of my favorite things. I used to love drawing fluffy dragons. I'm not very good at scaly ones. I like fluffy ones. And the Mizutune is a bubble dragon, and they're cute, and they're pastel colors, and it's just... I love them. I love them. It's gonna get eaten. No, not my little Umiochi. They're too happy to get eaten. Alright, so the next one is Fernwyn. This was done by Fabled Wind, who's a friend of mine. Look at them! All the glowy effects. Fable said they had an absolute like fun time drawing this one up because Fernwyn ticks a lot of boxes of that Fable likes. Between being having all the different like effects and gradients and stuff, being glowy, being fantasy themed, and also being green, which Fable loves green characters a lot. We went over it the other night. We were just like, how many green characters do you like, Fable? And they were just like, that's a great question. Next question. I was never big on Digimon. Don't know why, because it seems cool. Now it's just never bothered to get into it. I highly recommend it if you liked Ben 10. I highly recommend Digimon because I love Digimon so much. I am very excited for Time Stranger later this year. I am frothing at the mouth to get it. So excited. Play more Digimon stuff, honestly. Okay, the next one we have is my 1OC. This is with fun. Theko has fun lore, but this is Theko Samada, my sea angel mermaid person. I love sea angels so much. They're so cute. They're just little guys. Don't make the soap froth. If I start frothing, does that just make foam? Am I just foaming? Like, literally, like, making, like, foamy soap at the mouth? Gonna become a washing machine accident in here. That would be... I... just make a bubble for it. Like, when you put too much, bubble bath in the bath, and it's just, like, the mountain of bubbles. That'd be so fun. Don't make don't make the soap frop. Come on. Ukomon's pretty cool. Okay, so yeah, this is Theko. This was done by Celestic Blaster. They have a lot of sea creatures and like ocean themed characters, so that was really fun, and I love and appreciate it so much. And then I got this one from Strawberry Mint Kitty of my 1OC that I have. Their name's Moro. And they did a cute little headshot of Moro. I love them. This is actually like the first art that's been drawn of Moro. because I purchased Moro from Cosmic Nemesis, and I added them to this because I was like, this is a really cute character, and I think people would enjoy drawing them. And I was right. And I'm glad because, yay! Okay, so we got Moro. Okay, so I lied. It's between two characters, Fernwin and Moro. Because I got this one from Kitty Irkt! They're also my friend on Twitch here. They're so cool. Okay, this was Persona. Yeah, this one is the Persona 3. No, it's not. It's Persona 5 anime opening? Yeah. Wait, doubles? Doubles? Hi, guys! Welcome in! Hedgie, Squishy, hi! Hello! How are you both? How was stream? Wait, now I have tabs with me awake on them. I don't want that. I gotta throw those away. We are the Hedgings here to play. We are cheesed to see you today. The Hedgings are here today. Thank you so much for the raid, guys. That was your art project you were working on. I saw and I was like, ooh, that's cool. Hi, Goomy. I'm slowly getting through my attacks, and I'm so excited to see them, like, to show off the one that you made for me. I love it so much. No, I'm not afraid of beans. I ate so many. You can't keep throwing these at me. These allegations gotta stop somewhere. All right. This is a coincidence coming into the raid. Glad you like. I loved it so much. I'm just getting through all of the ones that I've received so far. So this one was done by Kitty Irkt. I absolutely adore all the light coloring and like how it looks so watercolory. Like I want to kiss it and hug Kitty. It's coming along super cute. Can I had a peek. I was able to see it. If you guys have art tags, please let me see. I want to see so bad. I want to show it off and be like, yo, check out this. Check this out. It's really cool. This one is from Luna, which is actually a double attack. It features both me and Hedgie, who just raided us. I love it so much. It's so cute. Oh, of course, I forgot. Hi, Raiders. Welcome in. My name is Soapsalotl. I am an Axolotl VTuber here on Twitch. I do video games and I do art. You can find me doing one or the other, and sometimes I even do, like, model kits because I like model kits. It's like Legos. I don't have enough Legos, but I definitely have a few model kits. Glad you like it. I love it. It's so cute. I went good. I finished my lines and we were cooking with the gays. The gays! We love the gays! I love the gays! I am the gays! Ooh, I'll grab that in just 1 second. I will also say, everyone coming in, hi, hello, how are you? I hope you all had fun at your respective streams, and if anyone has to get going, please, I do implore you to do so. If it requires you getting up, moving around, going to get dinner, going to bed, work, going to hang out with your best friend streamer that just went live somewhere, please, I want you to do what's best for you. But if you are enjoying the vibe and you think that I'm a pretty cool bean, feel free to leave a follow. Or if I'm not your vibe, that is also a-okay. We're all different kinds of people in this world, and if you gotta get going, you want to go, that's all right. Thank you so much for coming in and stopping by. And then the bubble pops and you fall down to your doom. And then I regenerate because of my stem cells. All right, let's see the... Ah! Looky! Look at all the little references. Got Loaf, and then there's Bane as a mug here. Not sure which the heart is, but I love it. The two burbs. Is the two burbs gonna be Lemmy and Star? And then we got the void burb up there. And then your gays. We love Raziel and Emmett. Emilio. Constant. Refrigerator. Alexi and Raymond. Yeah. I'm very good at names. I'm sorry, Squishy. And then I see we got... Wait. Oh, it's Fable. Ah, who's the bean reaching out to Fable like How to Train Your Dragon? Is it Creeples? Either way, I loved it. You're good. So many beans. I know, but they're your beans and like they're your main ones, and you talk about them. I feel bad that I forget their names. I always forget Alexi's name, evidently, because I was like, it starts with an E. And then we got the cute little Florman angel table decoration, which is so cute. Then we got Hiro and Yumeya. I know Yumeya's name very well because I had a keychain of Yumeya on my phone. I had many people be like, "Who in the anime is that character from?" Like, actually, it's my friend's character. The name's Yumeya. And then can't really see it on my head, but we got the Hedgeling base form. I'm a clock. Look at me go! I'll tell you what time it is, and I'll tell you it incorrectly every time. That's right, a clock can be wrong every minute of the day, and that's me. Clocksalotl! I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. And then I see Shuji up there, Kibby hiding here. We got Geek hiding here. Neff is right here. Rook is in a photo that is in a DL portrait frame, and I love all the little references and beats so much. Look at that little raisin scone. Wait, blueberry scone or a raisin scone? I recently found out I'm gay. Well, bye. That's good. No, super independent thing. Aw, that's good though. I'm glad you're able to like open up and figure more out about yourself though, Echo. I'm really glad. Love is love. You like somebody for who they are. This is what I always encourage people when it comes to relationships. Find someone that can be your best friend. You want to be able to do stuff with them without killing them. You want to be able to take part and enjoy stuff together. And it's not even like oh, these are the things I like and they'll want to come along with me because we're friends. It's like, nah, you want to find someone that still wants to do this with you because you're friends. Strawberry, hi! I was going through and showing everybody the art fights. Thank you so much. I love it so much. Nope, that's not you. That one's Kibby. I love it. Thank you for doing Moro. I was telling everyone too that you actually got to do the first art of Moro. I haven't drawn Moro yet. Moro was an OCA I purchased a couple months ago, and I haven't got to draw them before. So you got to do the first art of Moro, and I love it so much. Thank you. A clock stopped is right twice a day, unless it stopped on 25. Yep, I'm the 25th hour. Wait, isn't that the Persona 3 hour? Really made me think and thunk. I'll be the 13th hour. Wait, no, that's the Persona one. Okay, and then finally, I have this one from Gumi. Look it. Oh, also, absolutely, guys, I absolutely love it. I love it so much. I'm so excited to see how it looks at the end. Hedgie's done one of these collaboration pieces with another artist that we know. It's actually this artist, Fable. And every time they do them, they turn out amazing. So if you guys want to see how this artwork turns out, please follow my friends Hedgie and Squishy, and be sure to check out their socials when they post the art piece. It'll look so good, and I'm so excited and excited. I'm an excitable being today. I had coffee recently, and I am full of energy. I did a lot at my job today. I formatted a computer. Yeah. Whatever. Alright then, so if this man needs to go to bed, cause job is demanding her clock. Ah, dang, that's all good. Have a good night, madam. Sleep good. Awesome. Plus, Mora was cute. Was cute, BB, and had fun drawing. That's good to hear. I'm really glad. I'm glad you had fun. Thank you, Ador, doing these collabs. They're so fun. The Squishy's fellas are so cute. They are. Hi, Shuji! Hello, hello, hello. Wait. Sub's a cool bean. No, no, no. Oh, no, you don't. Get back here. You can't leave. You thought you could leave? You can't leave. Sit back down. Let me show my admiration for you. give you one of those cool little shout outs on my little humble channel or okay, hi. Art Halfsy collabs with soap, maybe I would love to. I would love to. You just gotta plan a day and figure out what the heck we're doing. Kimmy! I was showing everyone your art. I love it. I love it so much. Thank you so much for the attack. It's so cute. Collab hours with soap be fun. Yeah, I'm bad at reaching out to people because I have weird hours. So if anyone ever is like, hey, you want to do an art collab at some point, just reach out to me because I'm bad at figuring out when time good. I gotta raid and run so I can sleep. All good, Squishy. Have good sleep, okay? Thank you so much for the raid. Of course, Hedgie as well. You get up and go do your post-stream care and then come back and vibe if you want to vibe. But if anyone has to go, please, I implore you to do so. Taking care of yourself is schmexy. It is. No one can convince me otherwise. So what is Artfight? Alrighty, Echo. So Artfight is this cool little website where people draw art for each other. Part of Artfight that makes it fun is that you get assigned or you pick your team. This year's teams are fossils versus crystals. Team Crystal will attack Team Fossil. Team Fossil will attack Team Crystal. Vice versa. But you draw art for people of their characters and OCs. For example, I'll show off my OCs. So you post your OCs as available options for the draw. This is the page of my OCs. You got my Sona, Moro, Fernwin, Agalo, Jubilee, Pestle, Theko, Umiuchimon, and Pumimon. You can also do friendly fire. You can. The point is, you make a profile, you put your OCs on there, and then other people draw your oh, this is mine. Hold on. Other people draw your OCs for you, and vice versa. You draw other people's OCs as well. These are all the attacks that I've completed so far. These 2 are revenge, and the other 4 are attacks. You're saying I can punch someone in the face with a painting? Digitally? If when you post the picture and show it to them? Yes. I remember I told a friend of mine, it's like Splatfest for Splatoon, but instead of throwing ink at each other's faces, you throw their OCs at them. Yes! Chichi's got the right idea. I'm running on like 2 to 3 hours of sleep, so off to bed I go, oh gosh, DL, yeah, go get some sleep, okay? Thank you so much for stopping by. I adore you. Have a great day, DL. Good sleeps as well. That's what I do to my friend. Yeet's a present. The point of Artfight is it's supposed to be fun for everyone. It's not always about the points, and it's not exactly about how many art you receive or how many you give away. It's supposed to be fun. It's the idea is to give you like a goal and a prompt to draw towards. And sometimes they turn out really good, and you learn a lot from your art. You grow, you develop it. It's great, honestly. The attacks that I got done since last stream, I don't know. So I was almost done this one, I think, and I finished this one up. This is Soren Cat's character. That's their Luxray. And then I got this one done for 4-Leaf Clover Island. This is their Bunny Angel. I'm experimenting with doing like sitting poses for stuff because I like using the I like the symmetry tool. It makes things go a little bit quickly for me. And I like how they're turning out. And then this one was a revenge. This was for the first bean that attacked me there. Curbstagoon. This is their Mega Man OC. Which being able to draw this was actually like a huge stepping stone. I had trauma with Mega Man as a franchise. The fact that I was able to draw a Mega Man character and be like, oh, design-wise and stuff is actually like a very big stepping stone for me. I've had people in my life that like it and have made me see it better and like not I don't associate it with the things that hurt me in the past. Oh, also the person I'm seeing draw our characters holding hands. My new favorite art ever because it's a masterpiece and that's so cute. The next one I have is another return attack. This one was I believe no, this is Celestix. This is Celestix jellyfish queen character they have. And I liked it because jellyfish and the colors were cute. And I was like, I want to draw something that makes me think of Clara from Princess Jellyfish. And I did, and I love them, and they're all like flowy and swooshy and cute. And then this was our first group attack. So I have partnered with a group of friends, and we are coordinating some attacks on some people. Where we pick a day, we pick the person, and we just all attack the person with art. And this was my attack for our one friend, Lycos. Or Netha. This is our first group attack that we pulled off, and then I have another one coming up on Tuesday, I think. I have to double check the date. That's why we're doing art fight stuff today, because I want to get as much done as possible, and I'm gonna do... I'll probably sketch one thing. Sneaks! Why are you sneaking? Get back here! Hold up, I have a friend with a turtle. I think they like eating jellyfish. I'll be using her... No, don't do that! They have many subjects. Use the subjects instead. Never. No, you have to come back here. Saying that it hasn't started. Fascinating. I like talking, and I've been showing off all the arts and stuff and updating everybody on like how this has been going, because I didn't get to talk about a Goobie's art. Look at Goobie's art! They also did Fernwind, and I love it! They're also glowy, and they're in a cool glowy like green forest, and it turned out so cute, and I love the background. Ah! And I love how they drew Fern when he just like, they're just standing by the water being like, looking at, like, it's, I think I believe peace of mind, yeah. So pretty and cool. I'm really happy that people have been kind enough to attack me this many times already. Because, like, again, this is my first year, and I didn't expect anything. I was just like, maybe one or two, and that'd be really cool. But the fact that, like, so many people have been like, attacks you, has me just like, thank you, panic. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do revenges on everyone. I'm gonna do my best try. I'm gonna try. But I only have so many so many weeks I can do of art fight, because I won't be able to complete it at the end because I'll be away from my computer for a whole week camping in Badlands. Oh yeah, because one of your babies caught my tism. I love, I love, I love. Hope you're currently my favorite streamer, not gonna lie. So much that I'm Twitch, because I'm usually YouTube. Echo, thank you! I really appreciate that. I'm glad that I make you feel comfy and that you're enjoying the vibes. I'm an entertainer. When I hear that I'm entertaining people, it makes me happy. Okay, so now that we have done that, show off the arts. Now I draw. Are we art fighting? Hi, Jazz. Hi, Larry. Oh, two at once. Hello, Beans. Yes, I am actually just getting started. I was showing off the attacks and defenses that I had encountered and been thrown at, and the ones that I had finished. And now we're going to start art fighting. Yes. We're fighting the power of art. Yeah. Let me get my ref piles and my doodle zone opened up. 8-1. Here. You guys probably want to look at this, I bet. Alrighty. Ta-da! So played Minecraft? Unfortunately not. I'm not a Minecraft bean. I like Minecraft. I like Minecraft a lot of what it does, and I like seeing people enjoying it. It's not usually my cup of tea. The other kind of games that I do enjoy playing that are like that are, I like playing Core Keeper on the occasion. I usually play a lot of Cozy Farm Sims and Digimon. And the other day I was playing Spyro. Yeah. But speaking of, I did go back and I continued playing Ripto's Rage. I got all of the summer first hub world. I got it 100%ed and all the worlds in it 100%ed. Now I'm working on the second level area. Where do I want to start? I think I was down here. I like their character. It's so cute. I want to do the jester, like the little sleepy jester outfit. Did you grab Terry? I probably did. I found references on people's pages. I liked them and I did them. Or I haven't done them yet, but these are all like my targets that I'm like I want to do these ones and I'm gonna try. I just wanted to uh try snatching you for season. Rest in peace. All good. All good. All good. I'm sorry. I'm boring like that. I know a lot of people play Minecraft and a lot of people like Minecraft. It's literally the Lego of video games, but I get bored in it relatively quick because I get bad ADHD and I don't remember to build my house. And then I get caught up on like what I could do. You know about the bookmark feature? I do. I like having them in my batches here so that I can have them as quick references to go uh and draw. I bookmark them so that I can find them in the future so I can return be like, "Hey, this character goes in here" cuz I don't have the character's name. Well, I do have the characters' names, but I don't have all their information situated here. So I do both ways. Totally fine. I just want to make sure. Yee. Stop describing my Minecraft experience. I like that people like it. I like seeing people enjoy it. I'm not very good at the game because I don't know how to play it good. And I know people tell me it's like, you just play the game. I know. But I can only play it for so long before I'm like, well, this is repetitive and I've done all the things and I'm not smart enough to start building the machines. So I just kind of vibe. That's the wrong one. F. Pardon me, Lucan. Down here. The idea I have for my work zone is by the end of it, I want to fill it up to the point where it's a giant collage of all the things I've been doing. I love it. What's a house? That thing where I keep going back to? Yeah, and then my storage experience is like I try, but damn does it fall apart real quick because I don't label my fucking boxes. So play like I do in creative while everyone toils in survival. I make dungeons and locale and the others to discover. Spin lore books. Ooh, make war chests. That sounds fun. I have a bad habit in Minecraft, which maybe playing in creative would help me immensely with that. But I have a bad habit of making castles. That's usually my experience is I go in, I start thinking, man, I could use a castle. And then I start trying to get all my materials together to make a castle. And I like playing in survival because it makes it feel more rewarding, but I should just make it in creative and then switch over to survival and live in my castle and be like, castle, dun dun dun, boop. I usually get bored with regular Minecraft, so I'm heavy into modding. The whole reason I was able to make the VTuber SMP is because I got partnered with a server hosting company, that approached me when my mod pack got like 200k downloads. That's so cool. And that's awesome that you were able to partner with a server company too. Hopefully, like, I do hope it's lots of fun. You know, I'm asking, what was the mod pack that you made? I know it's kind of advertising. May I ask, what the pack was? Yeah. I want to know too. my eraser to be more. Yeah. I like the song, but I want something. This is just making me wish that this was the Blinks the Time Sweeper opening. Ah, funk! I usually play creative, but if I'm insisted upon, I play my god mode in survival. I like building. I don't like being punished for falling in survival. The falling thing is okay. The thing, because if I fall, I can crawl to the bottom and get my way back up. The thing I don't like is falling in lava and losing all my crap. I don't mind adding a little challenge to stuff, but I do like when you can just like freely build something and have endless materials to like see, like realize the ideas that you've had in your head, and you're just like, yes, finally. I know it's all crap, but it's my crap. I don't want to lose it. Yeah. It's also kind of why I like Core Keeper, because Core Keeper, no matter what, as long as you don't like put it in the trash can section of your inventory, you can drop anything on the ground and it'll stay there forever. I do like that Minecraft is very procedurally generated and like can make a lot of like you can find so much stuff and explore for like ever. But sometimes the ever I like finding the edge of ever. Because if you're spawning in and everyone's created something nearby and you have to walk for forever to find a free spot or to like have your own zone where you're like, ah, finally, peace. But you also want to have those people interact with them and they're not going to go all the way out there. Or when it's hard to find a specific biome where you're like, I really want to go to this type of biome because this one sounds cool. And you can't go, yeah, cat! Spotify has loved feeding me the song lately. It was a custom little pack with furniture, a few quality of. Hold on, I'm going back up. A few quality of life mods and some structures like dungeons. The rest of the mod pack was made with suggestions from the members, though I was kind of strict about what suggestions I added. Along with blah, 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 blah. Along with that, I made custom weapons, Minecraft commands that had their own abilities. That's so cool. I love that. My friend and I smoke and start building a world. Last time, we made Marble City with a mall connecting to her volcano town. That's so cool. Just high as fucking will be like, hee come look at my town. Like we're kids showing each other or showing our parents we cleaned our room. That's so fun. And I do the same thing where I'm like, come look at what I made. Look at what I did. I do it at work too. I'll clean something. I'll be like, come check out this shelf I just cleaned up. And they'll come over and be like, yeah, it's organized. I was super proud of the custom abilities because that's not something that's easy up. I can only imagine. It sounds cool as fuck though. Like I'm so glad that not only were you able to uh get like not only did you get 2,000 download two resetting the brain. Thank you so much for the follow. Not only were you able to get the 20,000 downloads, you were also able to like keep going and like make cool stuff. So people were like, "Yo, this is cool." I love that for you. Bane, who is a friend of mine, does a lot of programming in Sammy. So I hear back from Bane like how hard programming is. As someone that doesn't understand code, literally was okay. Hear me out. You're allowed to laugh at me for this. I didn't understand what coding was when I was like 18 years old. Hello, hi, welcome in, Tahoes. Is it Tahoes? Or is the is the J American and it's Tajos? Yes, yes, I was right. I'm never making the the Doritos Dorito mistake again. um, you guys are allowed to make fun of me for this. Well, I was like 18, 19 years old. I was playing Overwatch, the first Overwatch. I need to skip this song because it's resetting my brain. Um, I was playing the game. I was having a lubberly time doing the free for all fights. I was playing Brigitte before she was nerfed to shit. And while I was playing, I was absolutely cleaning house. And somebody, because I was winning, and there's no way anyone other than themselves could be winning, accused me of hacking. And they're like, hey, the Brigitte, like, I should have killed the Brigitte and they didn't die. I'm just saying, it's pretty sus. And I was like, I put back into the chat, and I honestly meant this. I was like, I can't hack. I don't even know binary. I thought code and binary code were like one in one, and that like you had to know how to read binary to code. And I was like, I can't even hack because I don't know binary. This is coming from someone that knew Game Sharks existed, and Game Sharks are like, not my brightest moment. Like, I made a sword that does AoE damage. Ooh, I love AoE with tons of slashes. A sword that buries a group of creatures if you hit them once. A sword that teleports you in the direction you look when you press. Teleporting swords are so cool. Yeah, I'd believe that I was just decked. Wait, what? Decked by what? Nope, thoughts on you, Jeff? I love his blue tongue. I'm so excited for Jeff, for Venom Jeff. I'm sad because my wallet will be sad. In game, not a hack, just a good bean. Yeah. Yep. Not going to laugh. I'm going to be concerned for your cognitive thinking ability of the past you. Listen, I didn't know anything about code. I didn't take any coding classes. It is so above my head to the point where, like, code is just, it's difficult for my brain to, like, I look at it and then I think either dyslexia or ADHD take part, but I can't even begin to decipher it. If that makes sense, like, I look at it and it's just like a wall of text, and I'm like, yep, those sure do things and perhaps stuff, but I don't know what they mean. Bane has shown me some stuff, and it's like, hey, I'm telling it when this happens, in the event that I do this, it reacts like this and collects this and does this to make this outcome happen. That makes sense. Writing that out in code makes no sense to me. You know, the wrinkles washed off with the name. Listen, just because I don't have any brain cells doesn't mean my brain's not smooth. This thing's like it's been sitting in the hot tub too long. I unfortunately am gifted with too much emotional knowledge. Does having a song in your playlist mean Soap is a Murder Drones fan? Yeah! I love Murder Drones! I only watched it recently, and it was because, like, a couple of my one friend, Lone Scavenger, and Shuji both highly recommended it to me, and I was like, alright. And I sat down and I watched it in one night, and I was like, I love this! This is really good! I can't believe it ended, but that was such a, like, that was a good ending, too! You do remind me of N. Uh-huh. I didn't expect that I would be. I'm not surprised, but I didn't expect for someone to call me encoded. Nope, allocated all the EQ instead of the IQ. Yeah. Yeah, I understand what people are feeling, and I understand, like, my brain likes figuring out, like, the emotional stuff of side, and I like being able to be there for people emotionally, but, like, when it comes to figuring out basic math and numbers and remembering basic math and numbers, that is so far above me, out of my head so fast. I saw Baby No Money's new cosplays that he put out in the last 2 days. Baby No Money did a really cool Doc Oct. cosplay, and to go with the fact that we just rewatched Heji watched K-pop Demon Hunters last night and we watched with them. He also did a baby Sasha cosplay. Gotta admit, you are very encoded. Yes. I love N so much, but I'm also just like never one to immediately be like, this character's like me. Because it feels, I don't want to sound self-centered, and I want to be like, this character is mine because they're like me. I don't know. I'm weird at like making claims on myself as a character. Right, left, right, go. Six. Whoopsie. No, don't crop. Ah, bright eyes because I've a lot of sleepy eyes lately. I really hope BB is actually that cool and is not a marketing stunt. I've been hearing mixed things from people who have met him. I I don't believe it's all stunts because some of the things that I've seen and heard from him, the guy is literally he talks he was on Anthony Padilla's like I spent a day with Baby No Money, and he talked about how much screen time he has. The guy is just likes being on the internet. And he also did like he does a lot of little things where it's just like I think you're just a nerd. I think you're just a big nerd, dude. I recently got into Monster Hunter's fun. I'm excited for when I can play the new stuff. I can't remember who I was talking to Monster Hunter. It was my coworker. I was talking to my coworker about Monster Hunter stuff, and we were like showing each other our favorite monsters. He likes the one that is the jet and the green white like Artatraxis. Majima cosplay killed me. He looks like I've seen a lot of his other cosplays, and it's like the cursed Goro, or not the other Goro, the one that everyone wants to, the one from Jujutsu Kaisen. That one was cursed. Working on a familiar face, I see. I don't remember whose character this is, but I like it. I like it a lot. But okay, let me guess. So yours is the Mizutsune. So Mizutsune, the new Niku. Oh, I think I found them on Art Fight, and I was just like, I like them. By the way, I by no means know how to code. Basically, all I do is use mods by other people to make an experience. That's valid. That can also be pretty tough by modders. Carry what I do. Pack the pack that kind of actually sucks because I made it back when I first started. People are still liking it though. It's still an improvement on what they thought was like the base game. I love the Love and Deep Space one with the so weird with his beard. It was. I do like that he colors his beard so that like it still kind of fits whatever character he's doing. Um, as for do I days their partner? Oh, this is their partners. I read that was someone's Sona, and I was like, I like them. Valstrax. I think it was the Valstrax. Um, your favorites, the Mizutsune? I have a handful of favorites. The Mizutsune, trust me, is definitely up there. Fluffy Bubble Dragon, I absolutely adore it. The Barioth was my favorite for a long time because when I was in high school, all of my friends in Monster Hunter 3, we were like, which one is yours? And I liked the Nargacuga, but one of my friends was already like, the Nargacuga is my claim to fame. And I was like, I'm gonna pick the next best one then. I like the Barioth because Saber-Tooth Cat Dragon is cute and I like it. I also like the Kushala Deora, I like the Chameleos, and I like the Xenojiva. The Xenojiva's really pretty. I know there's another one that I liked too, but I can't remember the name of it at the I can barely remember what it looks like, but I was like, I feel like I'm forgetting another one that I liked. Oh, the Lagombi! I love the Lagombi. I know it's like an early level, but I love the armor you get from it with the big loppy bunny ears. Lagombi is good. Barioth is funny. I like Lagiacrys! How could I forget Lagiacrys? I like the Lagiacrys not because its boss fight is fun in 3, but because 3 was one of my first games, and I remember fighting it so much just because I liked it. I was like, this is a cool monster. I like it. Coding is hard. People are hard. Life is hard. If you're doing it for fun, you're doing it right. Exactly. Zunikuu streams as well. Oh, really? Try to locate them. I got lucky with a trend that was going on at the time where people wanted scary creatures to jump scare them. That pack is almost impossible to survive, even because it has like 50 creatures who do that. Oh my gosh. It also runs like crap and became impossible to update. That's alright. It just means you get to make a new one. If you ever want to. Never forget that something you created was still loved by people, even if it's like in retrospect it's bad, but it's like, in retrospect, you could say a lot of things are bad, but people still loved it. You still put in the time and the effort, and you made something. And you had fun with it. Make their face so it's clear direction. Don't have eyes. I don't have they do, but I wanted to do this version because this is the main version of their character. They do have a version with pupils, but this was the main one, I think. So I'm going with their pupilless version. I also recently found out what the Abyssal Lagiacrys was, and damn, do I love that thing. That thing is so cool. I'm currently remaking it, and it's already a million times better. It only has 3 creatures, and they are all unique. Ooh! Player doesn't even die as much because I want them to actually have a good horror experience. They can even get haunted and nights are pitch black. Nice. Reference? Yeah. 1 sharp tooth. I like what I've got going on here. I completely want to restart and try again because I think I know what pose I want to do. I want to have them be like all fun. Have kind of up. Doing a lot of ups. Have I been doing a lot of ups? Or straight up? I feel like I'd been doing a lot of up face. Guess not. For you because Laggy is so cool, right? I remember also Merritt's favorite monster. I think it still is, but it's like the one that she really loves and adores is the Gore Magala. What's your favorite piece of art you've made for Art Fight? I think so far it's this one that I did for Four Leaf Clover. It's really cute. I love the colors and like how the proportions came out. I just kind of cooked really hard with it. But I like this one a bunch. I like Neth's because I did really cool stuff with the highlights using blue. And I really also like Live Days. Days? Uh, so yeah, this one was Live Days, and I like the pastel ones evidently because I gravitate towards them. Very edible. Mmm, yummers. Yum. I want to give them like a floppy gesture. I really like I like the bells on the. Yeah, this is big. I'm currently on just like my liked playlist right now. I've been vibing with that a lot lately. I've got some pretty bangers in legs. What do I want to do for legs? Out. Falling. I want to go like this. And then I'm bum, 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 bum. By the way, I can't believe you said nothing to the very insightful message I sent you on Discord. We? Which one? I think I know the one you mean, Echo, and I'm so sorry. I thought it was spam, and I was just like, I'm just gonna click. I can't even remember what it was, but I was just like, I'm in one server with this person. This might be spam. I have a bad habit, admittedly. If anyone's ever messaged me and we only have one mutual server, I'm not quick, and if your names don't match up or anything like that, or like, I'm just bad for being like, one mutual server. This could possibly be spam. And I'm so sorry. Welcome back, Hedgie. Want to see what I'm working on? Yes. 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 It wasn't because I was ignoring you, it's because my brain immediately went, this is possibly spam. I shouldn't reply to this because I could lose all of my personal information. Oh, I never left co-working. Hello. That? I like tail coming out this way. How dare you? I've never eaten spam. Not even from a can? BL Arton. Yeah. Ah! Oh, they look so cute! I love them! Gibby, your art always cooks! And slaps. Imagine the only mutual is your own server, and it's your mod. I'm so sorry. Got. What I've been loving drawing lately is big old bapper hands. I think it's just because they're very Digimon coded, and I love Digimon style. I've been trying to like do more Digimon inspired art. My my vibe. I like it. Cute, but I want to pick a. Yeah, who's ready to have PTSD? Or not PTSD. Who's ready to feel old because you know this song and you're gonna be like, oh my god. Smiling, oh well, I am to mine. Oh baby. What is this song? This is All I Ever Wanted by Bass Hunter. So he actually has two songs that sound like this. So there's this one called All I Ever Wanted, and he has another one called Dota. And both of them sound like a newer song that was kind of a remixed version or like a redone version of his songs called Pretty Rave Girl. You ever seen Max Steel? Hold on, I have to Google this because it's like trickling something in my head. I have no idea what this is. I'm looking at it and I'm like, why does it sound familiar? And I'm looking at this like, I have no idea who this man is. They look cool though. I will say their green, white, and black outfit was given Ben 10. I've never met anyone know about it. Oh, oh, you guys can bond over that. Nice. I need a chance to tell you guys a bit more. So all my plants are kind of thriving right now, with the exception of one. Check on it. Like, I'm not sure if it's okay or if it's perishing. One of my pothoses kind of went limp and noodly, but none of its leaves are dying. I'm not 100% sure if it's perishing or if it's having a day. I'm gonna turn on my. Ba-ba-bum. All right, so imagine Ben, Ben 10, but blue. The aliens are different suits, and the Omnitrix tells jokes and is alive. That's Max Steel. Okay, that makes sense. Story's a bit more structured to my memory. Oogie. That sounds cool though. I know I had a friend that was super into troll hunters. You know that one felt a bit more closer to one. Also, Ben explodes if he doesn't use the Omnitrix. Oh my gosh. The only thing I know about troll hunters is the guy that gets pregnant. I remember watching the first episode too, but I don't remember much about the first episode. I remember guy gets like cool troll hunter armor and like a couple of the trolls are his friends, but there's like a lot of evil ones. The only thing I know The only thing I know is the Mpreg bit. I'm not kidding. The only thing I remember, like the only thing I've seen, because I remember watching the first episode so long ago, and I don't remember much about it at all. But I keep giving, I keep getting given clips of the Mpreg bit. Ah, yes. Reminds me of part. This is a good story. There's Imprig in it, and I'm just like, doesn't qualify a good story for me. Their action or something like, what's the plot? Yeah, I absolutely love the epic musical. I consume a lot of media, probably not as much as people would like me to, because like I know a lot of niche stuff. Eek. Don't ban me from what I'm about to say. It depends on what you're about to say. I'm not going to ban you because, like Odysseus, I do not. I believe in having people of different opinions close by so that I am challenged in my thoughts so that I can. I'm not living in an echo chamber and I can at least, like, explore my thoughts and hear new ideas. Eurylochus deserved everything he got! I'm so sorry, but Eurylochus. I don't care how hot that man was. I don't care. I understand his thought process. But Eurylochus was a bitch ass motherfucker. He made literally made to be a huge fool in the original story. True. And I like what they do with his character of how he's I I'm mad because of everything he does. It's because he's a hypocrite that I get mad where he's like, we shouldn't go back and save our own men because that's we should leave because yes, Eurylochus is a bitch ass motherfucker. I stand by this statement. I say it so often. And like, I understand I completely agree with Odysseus of keeping the reason why Eurylochus is his first mate and is his first man um and is not my brain Polites is because he wants someone that challenges him. He doesn't want to be in an echo chamber. I get the original story, but he is perfectly valid for most of the stuff he does in Epic. He's a hypocrite still in Epic because of what happens throughout the whole thing. So I understand perspectives. Let me go through Eurylochus' story a little bit from his perspective here. So first things first, he does not go with Odysseus and Polites, and doesn't understand that Polites has kind of changed his perspective of going from like we need to fight and we need to like we are warriors, we fight. And Polites has kind of changed his ideas of being a pacifist, and he's more opening, trying to open up Odysseus. He's like, hey, we don't have to fight our way through everything. We can talk. Like, try to think of like peaceful ways because we've been fighting for so long. We don't have to fight. Our fight is over. There's other ways to resolve combat or to resolve differences. And Rillicus wasn't there. He doesn't get that. So when Polites just kind of dies, I don't think everybody else on the ships knew that Polites had kind of changed his ways to being a pacifist, and that he kind of caused that in some way. And yes, Odysseus is the king, and it is his responsibility to look after his men and all that good stuff. But I can understand. He's like, hey, I'm sad about Polites, and we've all been kind of on edge because Polites died and felt like you didn't do anything about it. Because he was trying to save you all, make sure you all got out alive. Odysseus was like heartbroken. Polites was his boy. That was Eurylochus was his number one, like his number one, like his first mate. Polites was his best friend. And I hope all the other people on that ship on the ship know what an odyssey means. um so the next thing that makes Eurylochus like, okay, they find the floating island. They see the huge storm and they're like, this kind of sucks. We don't really have a way out of this, and we've been fighting this storm for like longer than a storm normally goes on for. Hey, look, floating island in the sky, or the floating island in the sea, depending on which side of the story you're looking at. I think the original and some of the writtens, it's just like it's a floating island, is like it freely moves around the ocean, and then in some it is the island in the sky, run by the wind god. And Odysseus is like, hey, I've talked with gods before. Not that Eurylochus would know that personally, but I'm gonna go ask the wind god for help. And Eurylochus is like, am I wrong? Are you looking at me and telling me I'm wrong? Are you telling me I'm wrong? Okay, so let me continue my line of thought here. So, okay, hear me out. So, Eurylochus being like, hey, that's a really risky move, and we just lost our boy Polites. And I know you think you're smart, but gods are not something to be trifled with. Keep that in mind for later. Keep that in mind for later. Keep that in mind for later. So, Odysseus goes up, gets the bag of winds, tells them all, hey, I need you all to trust me because I am your king and I am your leader. This holds the storm. This bag has the storm in it. Do not open it or you will release the storm. And then the little guys come down like, it's treasure! And Eurylochus is like, I don't trust him, I need to open the bag, which is on brand for Eurylochus' character. He doesn't always trust Odysseus. Again, that's why he's there. That's why Odysseus likes him, is because Eurylochus challenges him. But after going up and talking to a god and him being like, hey, this has the storm inside of it, I would have trusted him, being like, yeah, okay, I'm not gonna open that bag. Not trusting is okay. However, going and opening the bag when Ithaca was in sight after your boy, who you grew up with, who is supposed to be your best friend and has made you his captain, fell asleep after days of staying awake, trying to make sure the rest of the crew didn't touch the bag. You were like, well, now that my bestie's asleep, I'm gonna open the bag and release the storm and blow us across the ocean to the land of giants where Poseidon is waiting. And then Poseidon, correction, he's his brother-in-law. Oh, that makes it worse. Buddy pal, you do that after you reach that. Exactly. Call him out when you reach that and be like, hey, I'm checking that bag. By the way, if there's treasure in there, you better be sharing. He's his brother-in-law. I thought he was his bestie. I thought he was a friend, because remember in the animatics, it shows him and young Eurylochus and young Polites together. Makes me angry, not just true, because it's like, hey, he's your family. Trust your family! Trust your family! Ah! Okay, so continuing on here. Because, like, I'm hearing both sides here. I can understand where his mind is at because of how he is and how he thinks. Does it make it correct? No. I understand it. Okay. But first point, what exactly would have been changed if he didn't open the bag? Now, I will admit that his disloyalty for opening it would have changed. If he had trusted Odysseus, he would have defended him, or at least, like, not have opened the bag. Because it was Eurylochus that opened the bag. That was I can't remember if that's the first or the second betrayal. No, that's the first betrayal, is that Eurylochus opens the bag and goes against what Odysseus is saying and is like, doesn't trust him, and opens the bag. It could have been another crew member that did it. But if Eurylochus was near the bag and like as Kiri says he was, there's the possibility that Eurylochus wouldn't have opened the bag and would have defended him. Like, hey, whoever is coming to open the bag, TK, hi! I'm going off about Eurylochus. We're talking epic musical while I draw art fight stuff. I've kind of stopped drawing art fight stuff because I'm trying to get my thoughts sorted. Hi, Dean! How is, Dystopika? How is stream? Tell me all about it. For anyone who doesn't know, TK is a really good friend of mine. She does streaming on her side, the Whiskey K Studios, and she is an amazing being that makes a lot of cool projects and plays games with a lot of really cool friends. You should totally follow her if you would like some real, genuine people and entertainment. Great, we built a great cyberpunk city. Nice! I love that. That sounds so cool. I hope you had fun. If anyone's new coming in, hi, my name is Soapzalotl. I am an Axolotl VTuber here on Twitch. I do art, I play games. Right now I'm doing art fight, but I'm actually talking about Epic the Musical. I am defending that Eurylochus is a bitch-ass motherfucker. That's my argument, because Echo is like, hey, I don't think Eurylochus did anything wrong. And I can see that. I can see why. Because, like, in Eurylochus's eyes, he didn't do anything wrong to his beliefs. However, from a tertiary perspective and from Odysseus' perspective, Eurylochus did quite a bit wrong. He betrayed Odysseus 4 times. Those 4 betrayals were from Eurylochus. Oh, not on rock and roll. And mutiny is still mutiny. Mutiny is still mutiny! I'm getting there! Because the one that really grinds my gears, the one that really gets me, is... So, after the whole windbag and Poseidon situation, Poseidon being like, hey, Odysseus, you fucked up. You killed my son and you kept him alive. I'm taking you out. This is kind of like a matter of pride thing. If you killed my son, I would never have found out about this. So, yeah, Athena was right. You should have just killed him. But now that I know that this has happened, I have to kill you out of pride and out of, like, to make it an example. And also because, bruh, you blinded my son. Come on, man. So, that happens. Eurylochus survives that. Windbag, Poseidon, ha! Great. Or being in public transport. I am not surprised. TK loves... Me and TK are in the opinion that there needs to be more public transport. And I can't remember if we also agree on this. More trains? More trains. Hi, Creeples! Hello. Okay, so this is where I start getting mad at Eurylochus. This is where I start getting... I love transit. I love transit too! I love transit. I love trains. I want more trains and station cars and just... Trains are so nice to be on. I like the slight rocking motion. I like looking at stuff as it goes by. I like trains. Going to Japan? Yes, it's... After going to Japan, yes, it's incredible. We need more trains in Canada. I want a petition to bring back the trans-Canadian railway system. Going from sea to shining sea. I like trains. Train horn, run over by train. Yeah. I've never been on a train. That's so sad. Trains are cool. Getting a little loud. Turning down music. Okay, so. We get to Circe's Island. Eurylochus tries to confess to Odysseus. Odysseus completely blowing him off is completely on Odysseus. He should have tried to listen to Eurylochus. However, that does not grant him, in my opinion, that does not grant him the pass. They blame him for the 500 BC. He didn't open the windbag. No one would have died. Butterfly effect. Yeah. Trains are good, but also have dog-powered personal transport. Dogs are like big wolves. That'd be cool. So Odysseus blows him off and is like, hey, I don't want to hear this right now. I need you to send out a party, like you and... Because I trust you, I'm sending you out to lead a party of men and search out the island so we can get food, get ourselves together, and figure out what we have and where we can go next. We're gonna get back to Ithaca. We want to go home. Eurylochus goes out. Eurylochus comes back and is like, hey, this witch enticed our men and she captured them. We need to leave because she's strong. And Odysseus is like, no, we need to save them. And Eurylochus is like, no, she's too powerful. She's bewitching. I hid in the bushes where they live. Do you think Poseidon would have come to Ithaca? He, in fact, did come to. Oh, yeah. No. He totally. The storm was there to cut them off from Ithaca. If they had kept the windbag closed, they would have made it back to Ithaca. But the problem was, not only did the windbag reopen, sending them right to Poseidon, which was kind of foretold, and the gods like knew this was going to happen because they're gods and all that. Infrastructure supported dog sleds. Yes, dog sleds are great. I've never rode on one, but I've seen many, and I actually had a teacher that taught his. He had like a Great Pyrenees and a husky. I can't remember if it was a lab. I think it was a lab and a Great Pyrenees, and he had trained them dog sledding stuff, and he had a sled with them, and it was really cool. Okay, so let's try dog sled. They're cool. Where was my brain at? Okay, so Eurylochus argues, saying we shouldn't go back and get them. Circe's too strong. But Odysseus argues back, hey, they're our friends. We need to go back and get them. There's not many of us left after what happened with Poseidon. We need to save who we have left. Because like we're all that's left. We need to stick together. We're stronger in numbers. So Odysseus, with his bravery and all that, and because he's friends with gods and stuff, Hermes shows up, and Hermes is like, I like that sentiment. Also, I don't like Circe. So here's this thing to help you take out Circe. So Odysseus goes, doesn't really defeat Circe, but they come to an understanding on with each other, where Odysseus does get, in this case, because in other cases, Odysseus actually eats his men. He gets enticed by Circe and then doesn't realize how bad the situation is until like he eats his men. And he's like, my men were those pigs, weren't they? And Circe's like, yeah, they were. In this case, though, in the epic musical, Odysseus goes, confronts her. They have a cool fight with magic and stuff, and then they come to an understanding. And Circe tells him, "Hey, if you're trying to get back home, there's a prophet in the land of the dead. So you're gonna have to go down there, encounter him, and talk to him to get home." Okay, Odie, here's some drugs. Go ask Circe to go into the underworld. Yeah, I think she shows him the gate, like the way to the underworld. I don't know if there's a song in between that. I think it's literally just they go to the underworld in the next chapter. But they go to the underworld, and in the underworld, not much happens here in terms of like Eurylochus, I think. Hold on, let me look at the epic music soundtrack. The musical, all songs in order. Just a Man, The Storm, Puppeteer, There Are Other Ways, The Underworld, No Longer You, Monster. Okay, so Eurylochus doesn't have much going on here. He's kind of like taking a back seat while all this stuff is happening. There's the thing in the underworld where they see Polites in the River of the Dead. That's sad. That's sad. Eurylochus doesn't speak again until Scylla. Yes. So I will follow up with this. Although Eurylochus doesn't say anything, he does have intentions clear. When Odysseus decides to go the route of the monster, where he is like, okay, ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves, I will be ruthless, which is what Eurylochus enticed them to do in the past. If you remember the first island with the Lotus Eaters, Eurylochus is like, let's just go in and burn it and steal it. Let's just pillage. We don't need to ask permission. And it was Polites that was like, hey, we don't have to do that. We can just go in and ask, right, Odysseus? And Odysseus is like, yeah, I'm with Polites. We're gonna go in and ask. So now that that Odysseus has taken up ruthlessness and is like, I'm gonna go kill everything and go on a rampage because ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves, right? I want to go home, and I've been told that I cannot be myself if I am to return home. Out the window. I know you're going to call him a hypocrite for getting mad at Odie when he sacrifices the 6 men, but they are totally different situations. First off, Yuri had lost so many of his friends, and he didn't want to lose more men to save men that got lured by Circe. Not to mention that Yuri doesn't get all the god stuff, and the only reason Odie survived is because of all the gods' help. Yes, I do agree with that to a degree. I do agree with that to a point. Because I can also go back and call him a hypocrite for something else that comes up later. Eurylochus is a hypocrite. That is a fact of his character. And if you look outside of his character, there is like, hey, how he doesn't see God stuff. He doesn't see that. And you can level with him. But I will say in Monster and in Suffering and Different Beast, Eurylochus doesn't stop Odysseus. He doesn't speak up, and he's happy to help and go kill the mermaids and just be a pillager. He's perfectly fine with that. He's like, yeah, this is the way, men. Yeah, warriors. We're going the warriors route. Thank you. Also, thank you for the follow, Noel. The follow, Noel. I didn't realize you were this cool, Soap. I have thoughts and opinions. I don't know if they're cool ones, but I definitely have them. Okay, so then the Scylla thing happens, where Odysseus sets up 6 of his men. Not really, I don't even think he really picks them. He tells Eurylochus to have 6 men light a torch, and sacrifices 6 men to passage for, as an offering for passage to Scylla. He sacrifices them to Scylla so they can go through. That's the words I'm trying to say. And then Eurylochus is like, you did not just sacrifice 6 of our men to that monster. My good sir, you left your men behind. And Odysseus tries to explain, hey, that's we had to. Like, that's how we got out of that situation safely. People keep saying this, but I generally don't think that is anything more than him being disloyal. If they made him more Poseidon, if they made it home, Poseidon would have just destroyed Ithaca. They would have still fought, though. There still would have been a lot of men that would have fought. The story goes the way it does, and like it comes full circle, and like it's still a good story. Crazy, someone attacked Soap during. Excusez-moi. Excusez-moi. Someone has what? Hold on. Important. Hold on a second, chat. Hold up a second. Lottie, I love it so much. Thank you. Look. Look. I'm so bright and bubbly. Ah, you absolute heck. You know that means that you're definitely not safe, and I'm definitely going to hit you now, right? You know what this means. This means war. Oh, a little heart in the bubble over here, and all the... Ah! I love art fight, but I'm gonna destroy the description. POV, your bubble bath, and you're yapping about... Yeah. Yeah, I love it. Thank you lots. Your bubble bath is yapping to you about Digimon. I am! I'm also yelling about Eurylochus and the Odyssey. I have many thoughts. And horses. He does do that. He does do those things. Keep seeing pictures where you're humanoid. Do you have another model? I'm actually working on my other model. I've been working on an Inviroid. I'm building it myself. I have a human form, but it's taken time to build because I have to in-house it. And I have to do the good old-fashioned do it yourself because I am broke. I gotta build it my own. I have different forms. I can show you real quick through here. I have wait, hold on. Hit the wrong soap. This is my human form, and I'm in my human body. This is my anthro form. I'm feeling like anthro furry. And then me when I'm just a little guy. Usually I'm gonna look like this because I am just a little guy. There we go. Navigating the Poseidon is also got earthquakes. Being on land doesn't give you any better chance of than being on the ocean. True. I love it. Hi, axolotls!
Little guy, I like being a guy. Just a little dude.
So that. Okay. There we are. Uh, we're talking about Odyssey. Keep seeing. Okay, so I'm all caught up on that. All right. So remember. So the thing with Scylla happens. Eurylochus is mad. 6 people, and there were not a lot of people left. 6 people died. Possibly one of them that Odysseus had gone back to save. It sucks. But then he encourages the other men to mutiny. Usurp the king. Okay. Where you have me, 6-foot tall gnoll that can't draw better than 1960 characters. That's totally fine. Just a big lady. We love big ladies, especially big gnoll ladies. They're just big puppos that want a little scritchy behind their ears. Gnolls are happy since they have the funny laugh. Can draw though. Yeah, you can draw like rubber hose characters. That's cute. I love cartoon characters. So mutiny happens. Eurylochus does what he thinks is saving the men, but mostly he's doing what he thinks will save himself. You gotta remember that Yuri would have realized that Odie tried to sacrifice him specifically. But he didn't. Because Odysseus didn't try to sacrifice Eurylochus. And he wouldn't have. Because, again, Odysseus values Eurylochus as a comrade. And sushi. Well, that's fair. You can still... I believe in you. So, let me get my final thoughts out on this. So all that happens, okay? Aaron, would you mind? Okay. I'm trying to brain. Okay, so mutiny happens. They knock out Odysseus, they tie him to the mast of the ship, they continue going on, they find the first island they find. This is the 4th betrayal after the mutiny, and this is also the 2nd instance. Maybe that's just the animatics influence. No, at his core, Odysseus would not sacrifice Eurylochus. I can say that for sure. Not willingly. Like, if Eurylochus happened to have the torch, because I think that was Odysseus' plan, was like, let fate decide who gets sacrificed to Scylla. That's why he says, have the men light 6 torches. Whoever has a torch is, like, that's just how fate works. He doesn't expect Eurylochus to have one, but he probably hopes not, because Eurylochus is one of the people on the ship that knows him best. One of the last ones that know him the best. So, they go to an island of a god. Stop me if you've heard this one before. And Odysseus yells, hey, don't mess with the gods, especially because this is the island of the sun god. And even like the way he sings it calls back to the song where Eurylochus is like, this is the home of the wind god. And in Eurylochus's hypocrisy on this, he goes to the island and messes with the god after being warned, hey, maybe don't do that. After he warned Odysseus, hey, this is risky. Don't do that. You could end up getting hurt. And Odysseus tells him, for sure, don't do that. You'll end up getting hurt. And Eurylochus is like, no, we don't care. We're not going home. We don't care if we, like, they're sad that they're not going home, but they just kind of accepted their fate. They're not fighting it anymore. They're like, we're not going home. We're hungry. We're going to kill these cows and eat them without you. And they probably weren't going to feed Odysseus with that either. They tried to kill the cow. Cow's immortal. Zeus shows up. And after everything Eurylochus has done, he looks to Odysseus and expects Odysseus to turn over his life and save them. He is heartbroken when he hears Odysseus say that he is like, that part in Thunderbringer absolutely destroys me because the line delivery is so good. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Hold on. Let me get there. Choose. I today have got the say your crew. This is important because Odysseus is king. Not only is he captain of all of them, he is their king. These are his people. In these kind of situations, because he's their leader, he can either take the fall for them or have them suffer suffer the consequences of their actions. And he doesn't want to do this. He doesn't want to have to choose between him and his men. He doesn't want to have to be the choice that he doesn't want to have to choose for more of his men to die, let alone Eurylochus. He doesn't want to make that choice. So, go through all of this. And I want to say this with certainty. If Eurylochus was in this position and Odysseus was on the other side and it was Eurylochus's decision, Eurylochus would have handed over Odysseus in a heartbeat. We can't even say that Eurylochus isn't aware of all the stuff with gods at the moment because he is currently face to face with a god. This is the current situation. He's looking to Odysseus and pleading with him, being like, we don't want to die. You think Odysseus wants to die? And it's still so sad because Odysseus still suffers from this. He doesn't get to go home to Ithaca after everything that's happened. He still doesn't get to go home. He ends up on the island with Calypso for 7 years, or is it 10? I think it's 7. He ends up on the island with Calypso. He still suffers, but like, they're doing everything he can and trying his best. Like, I will say that this is actually a healthy reaction when this happens. If someone hurts you and continuously hurts you, and finally, when the reality comes that, like, you are told that, like, hey, you can either you'll drown or they will drown. Either you can save them, like, when someone hurts you this much, it's okay to be like, I can't keep this for you. I need to save myself. This is totally Eurylochus' fault. Again, the main reason I say that is as a troll, because I generally think Yuri is at fault for getting I generally think he's at fault. Fates were kind of sealed when Odysseus docks himself. Yes, that was Odysseus' fault. That was his fault. And he was, you could even go further enough to say that was Polites' fault. But that was Odysseus trying to be human. That was him trying to show, be like, hey, I did this to you. Like, ugh. I generally think Odysseus is. I think they're both equal to blame. I think Eurylochus is to blame for the whole windbag situation. That was orchestrated to happen. No matter what happened, that was orchestrated to happen. Eurylochus happened to be the one to open it, but he also still made a lot of the other choices. And I can show you. I can show you in one line that that was going to happen. It's in the challenge. Not the challenge. It's in Dangerous. It's said by Hermes. Where is it? Uh the raging storm inside won't let you get closer. It was meant to stop you by design. The whole thing was meant to stop him by design. Honestly, how many men wanted to be like, excuse my Persian, what the fuck? It's in the challenge. I mean, yeah, it's in this one. I mean, he got them killed sooner, but when I say their fates were sealed because of Poseidon knowing where they lived, yes. I will. Well, it's very convoluted, and it does make for a good story, and it also does cause for discussion like this, which I'm having fun. Don't get me wrong, although we are disagreeing in this echo, don't make it think that I'm like, I do see your point of view, and I do see that, like, Eurylochus has points. I don't think I'll fully change my opinion that he is a bitch ass motherfucker because Eurylochus is a bitch ass motherfucker. But I do see his perspective. I do see his side of things. Yes, Odysseus is wrong in so many spots where like he trips up. He feels bigger than himself. He lets his mind think that he is smarter than things that happen. The storm was meant to stop him by design, by Poseidon. Poseidon wasn't going to go. Okay, so I think we both have misinterpreted something here. And I think it actually does loop back to maybe Eurylochus being a little at fault here. Maybe both of them actually. So Poseidon created the storm to cut them off from Ithaca. They realized that they were stuck in the storm. They went to the wind god. The wind god's like, I'm technically not supposed to help you with this because one of the big three is dealing with you. I don't agree. I don't think he's disloyal, and Coyote chose. I see Coyote chose to save him. Yeah, they're both really, which is also a sign of a well-written character. The fact that we can sit here and discuss this and be like, yeah, Odyssey, yeah, is a great thing because that just means the story is really good. It's well written. I love so many songs in this thing. Yeah, this is a good story. There's many faults. We could look over this thing like a chess game and be like, that was a fault there, that was a fault there. They lost the game when they went to E6 on Ocean 12, but um uh but yeah, the storm was meant to cut them off. That was Poseidon's punishment. Was he was just going to stop them from getting there in the first place. Um no, I don't. Oh yeah, I already read that. Sorry if my brain picked up on that. Thanks, Homer Simpson, for traveling back in time to write the the theater that led to the Odyssey. Yeah. Yep. Oh, what was my brain going to? So the wind god intervenes, puts the storm in the bag. They can see Ithaca. I think in this case, based on what we know of what has happened, Poseidon did his punishment, which was create the storm. The wind god put it in the bag. It remained in the bag, similar to how if Odysseus hadn't said anything to the Cyclops, Poseidon wouldn't have known about it. Or maybe perhaps he would have taken that up with the wind god. Maybe he would have thrown a tsunami on Ithaca. He does say in many other positions that he is going, like, in this spot, like, he's like, I'm gonna destroy Ithaca. There's many good lines, and it's so fun, and I love it so much. The Odyssey is so good. I love it. I actually haven't finished watching through all the animatics. One day I shall. That day is not today. Because I listened to it all, so, like, kind of similar to, like, in the sense of, like, I read the book, where I heard this and kind of saw it all play out in my brain before I watched the animatics. I've seen half of them. I haven't finished it, though. The Iliad, the Iliad and the Odyssey. Ah, yeah. Seriously, hate speech to text. You're so valid. I mean, to be fair, how the fuck was he supposed to know that the Cyclops was the son of Poseidon? True, yeah, he didn't even know that. He thought it was just a random monster. How is he supposed to know that it was... Athena did warn him, and she said, "Kay, you need to kill this," but she didn't explain why. And Polites had just been like, "We don't need to kill to survive." Could have asked, true. He could have asked. I don't think I buy that Poseidon wasn't trying to kill Odysseus. He wasn't trying to kill him because that's not entirely what gods do. Gods do not like to kill immediately. That's an easy way out. They come over, it's just like, "Oh, you've wronged me. Die." They do that on the occasion. They like to make an example. In many of the god stories and things, they like to make an example. They want you to suffer. They want you to feel punishment. They want you to come back and be like, "I'm so sorry, please forgive me." That you can't go back and grovel if you're dead. You see that a lot with like with a lot of what Zeus does to people, like Prometheus and Sisyphus, the guys that have to deal with eternal punishment because they did what they thought was right, because they tried to outsmart the gods. That's what Odysseus did, was he tried to be smarter than the gods. And that's what they do to the people that try to be smarter than the gods, is they make an example out of it. They want them to suffer. They want people to see and know that they're suffering. Because the stories of Odysseus do make it back to Ithaca. Um Telemachus talks about the fact that he had fought Cyclops and stuff. So these stories are making it back. People are hearing about these tales that Odysseus has done, but then he goes silent for so many years because he's trapped with Calypso, which also was probably by design because Zeus was like, "Hey, I'm not allowed to let you go home because of Poseidon, but also I don't know what to do in this situation. I'm destroying your boat and I'm killing your men. You can go into exile with Calypso. How's that sound? You get a friend. There you go. I think she's pretty. Would. But that's because I'm Zeus. I would anything with that wears a skirt. Anything that wears a toga." But it does seem like the storm is damaging their ships and they were at risk of sinking. Yes, because suffering. It wouldn't be very fix on skip. Oh, I'm so sorry. That might be my fault because I know you can't hear me, Noel, but it might be my fault because I skipped ads earlier to keep blabbing. I want this one. You guys are getting Bury the Light for a little bit. Did a horse once, am I right? I'm pretty sure Zeus did a horse once. Okay. Zeus will do anything with a hole. If he can put his willy in it, he'll probably do it. So, did you read my message or did you happen to read my mind? Which thing? The only reason Zeus just comes over is because they think your wife is hot. Yeah. That was Loki, don't get it twisted. Don't you dare confuse Loki with Zeus. True, they do hate each other because, Norse gods and Greek gods. I have been distracted and I have not been can't come over. I see what Yes, I like distractions. The epic rambles are fun. I can ramble a lot. I have thoughts. There are things where I'm like, I don't have a big thought on that, but like, there's things like I like talking about stuff a lot. I mainly troll because I generally seen people who ask, and I'm quoting my friend like, "Why the f is he mad? 6 deaths. You killed 500 men." True, but you're also allowed to stand beside characters. It is fun because, again, you troll, but it did open up for some fun discussion. I did go off and just talk about the Odyssey musical. It was fun to discuss, and also like I know I did go over and be like, "Hey, I think you're wrong because of all these points," but you did put a good argument for for Eurylochus, also by showing, "Hey, Odysseus isn't in the right either." Hey, who's all? I gotta go enjoy your night. Thank you so much for hanging out, Noel. I hope you have a really good night. I hope to see you again. Yeah, man, I think Immortal Cow is my character. I stand by it. The cow did nothing wrong. The cow did nothing wrong. The cow got to be best friends with the sun god and then was just sitting there vibing, existing in its own little vegetative state, eating grass, and then these guys pull up on shore like, "Hey cow, fuck you!" And the cow gets stabbed. The cow had to feel pain. Oh hey, Virgil's theme, yeah! I like Bury the Light, it's cool. I also got the game version of Devil Trigger back because they changed the track that was on Spotify for Devil Trigger, so it was a slower version of it. I didn't like it as much, and I was kind of like miffed that they did that, but glad that I have the actual Devil Trigger for the original version. He shouldn't have looked so tasty. Skill issue. They did? Why? I don't know. I honestly don't know, because every time Devil Trigger came up in my playlist, and I did not switch it to that version of Devil Trigger, it was slower and weird, and I was like, this is weird, and so I had to go into the playlist or like the albums and find Devil Trigger again. Imagine God cow burgers. You'd have to slaughter the cow to do it, and or the cow's immortal. It wouldn't die. Maybe possibility it would have tasted delicious. It would have been like ascended wagyu because it's been fed ambrosia and the other and nectar. Is that the other one? It's ambrosia and some other golden liquid. You're saying all of Zeus's interests were a skill issue? Shouldn't have looked so hole shaped. Ambrosia and nectar, yes. To be fair, the cows weren't Zeus's. They were the sun gods, not Apollo. I can't remember the name of the sun god. Maybe I'm right, it is? No, Apollo's someone else. I'm not confusing Apollo and Ares, am I? No, Apollo's is somebody else. I'm pretty sure. Either way, the cows belonged to the sun god. Zeus took the phrase, any hole, any hole, here's a goal! I'd like to further that and steal this line from Torbeck, and Zeus really did just say, just because there's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score. How many wives, how many married people did Zeus have relations with? Apollo was the sun god, I'm sure. I was right. Okay. Helios. It might have been, I think Echo's right. It was probably Helios. On theme of what the music is, do we think Virgil is a bitch ass motherfucker and in the wrong for taking his son's arm? I think he is. Yes, I know he didn't know that Nero was his son. But he was totally in the wrong for showing up to this one kid, to this guy's house. Because Nero was in his garage, being a normal guy, about to go get dinner with his wife, and Virgil shows up and rips his arm off. Don't even get me started on Virgil slander. Sure, go off, Lottie. Tell us all your thoughts about Virgil. I want to hear. My boy Poseidon did nothing wrong. Poseidon technically didn't do anything wrong. I stand by that. Poseidon was being like, hey, I'm punishing you because it's my job as a god to do this, and I am mad. You hurt my son. Poseidon didn't do anything wrong. They were just at odds with Odysseus. Eurylochus, on the other hand, hey, he was being a good he was not being a good dad. It's so funny. He's a bitch ass motherfucker. If he should have stayed his own guy. Yeah. Yeah. I do. Yes. Crispy. He was a cool guy, except he was also dramatic as fuck, walking in being like, I'm only 2 days old. And when Dante looks at him, he's like, for real? And V's like, no, I didn't think you would take that at face value. No, I'm not only 2 days old. Who's 2 days old? V was actually 2 days old. He had to go through it canonically freeballing in those stolen leather pants. The sound of me opening iced tea before cracking my knuckles for this conversation. Virgil just looks really cool, but I still imagine seeing a guy with a demon arm, and Dante doesn't fuck, and you have, and then is from the same place you had that one time. He doesn't even know Nero's from there, I'm pretty sure. He just is tracking, the Murasame? Is that his sword, or I might be wrong and confusing it with, I think I'm thinking of, Sephiroth's sword. He's tracking the sword, essentially, and he gets there and he sees regular guy with weird arm, living regular guy life, and he's just like, another pathetic human. Who gives a damn? Rips off arm. And then he gets cool metal arm, but it's so funny when Dante goes to see him, and Dante's like, that was your son. And then Virgil's just like, now that was a long time ago. That was so fucking funny. Because he's just like, yeah, I had sex that one time, didn't I? It's the Muramasa. Wait, no, it's not. So, I almost believed you. I've never played that game. My only experience with Dante's Inferno is Ultra Kill. That's a very different Dante. Although I do think El Dante is very funny. El Dante. Dante is still a virgin. Probably is. I'm pretty sure he is. I don't think Dante knows how, like, for sure Dante knows what a sex is. He knows what that is. Does he know how to ask anyone how to do that? No. Does he know how to ask anybody for that? Also no. Bro's kind of a bit of a loser. We love him for being the loser he is. Also, his options are, I think, between the two options that he has, which I am totally behind the idea, and I stand by this, that he is in a polycule with Trish and Lady. Trish is weird, though, because the whole clone of my mom thing. So I can understand him being like, I don't really want to. I love Trish, I do, but I don't really want to have relations with her because that's a clone of my mom, and that's weird. But Lady, on the other hand, Lady's a little cutie, and Lady's also pretty cool, and I think that Dante and Lady would make besties that love to go shoot guns. But also Dante would not have an idea on how to be like, Lady, should we have a kiss, mayhaps? And she'd be like, stop asking me like an idiot, and then maybe. And he wouldn't know how to ask her like not an idiot. So it would never happen, because Dante is kind of an. What's your favorite game nobody else knows? I know a few niche games that I really like. I have to think really hard, though. Monument Valley is one that I really loved, and I loved the art direction for it. It was an iOS puzzle game, and it actually has a couple new ones, and a third one that was announced to come on that was a part of like the Switch 2 stuff. And most of them have like come out of the woodwork as of late because there've been new stuff for them. The Legendary Starfy was a personal favorite of mine for a really long time. Uh, Other one I know that's like super underground and the what the flippity flap. Scalar. I played quite a bit of Scalar and Blink's Time Sweeper because Xbox kiddo. Fusion Frenzy. I loved Fusion Frenzy. I was not playing Mario Party, I was playing Fusion Frenzy. I think that's a pretty, like, that's probably one of my favorite games that nobody else knows. They didn't ask me, but my favorite game no one else knows is Minecraft. Is that a spin-off of Spherecraft? Where the world is made out of balls? The world is just, it's like a sandbox game, but the whole everything is a ball pit. How did you know? I just don't got it. Avalon Code. Avalon Code. I don't know what that one is. That one sounds cool though. Dante and Lady have also known each other since he's an idiot who didn't wear a shirt. He did just kind of show up without a shirt. It's like Spherecraft, but without D's nuts jokes. Ah, yes. The D's nuts jokes, coined by Bofades. He was also in the Odyssey, I hear. I wasn't thinking of mobile games, but for mobile games, go with Parasite Days, Parasite Days, Hidden Gem. For regular games, I gotta go with Darksiders 2. I've heard of Darksiders 2. I know it's a good one. I like Yokai Watch. I've also heard Yokai Watch is a good one too. Probably coined by Zeus, because he can't hurt him so often. Yeah. Wonder if I should go look at my game shelf and see what else is there and be like, what do I have here that's like old but gold? Wait, where's. Hold on. I'm gonna look. I have a stuffed rabbit that has a pouch in his head. And he holds all of my DS games. Let me see what I have in here. I might have something interesting. I know I'm doing very little drawing and doing a lot of talking. I'm so sorry. But. Sorry, I just have to scoop out his brains. His brains being DS cartridges. Okay, Animal Crossing, Pokemon Black 2, Pokemon Explorers of Time. Ugh, Fire Emblem Birthrights. Not that I purchased that. Pokemon Black. Super Mystery Dungeon was okay. It was an alright game. My favorite game that no one's heard about. I have Spy Kids 3 for the DS, but it's your shit. My favorite game that no one has heard of is honestly Digiseum or Dixium. That's actually one that's eluding me. Dragon Quest, Fire Emblem. I have a copy of Nintendogs, but I've never played this copy of Nintendogs. It was gifted to me. Ultra Moon. Fantasy Life. The original Fantasy Life is so good. Elebits was really fun. I played the second one. I can think of a couple that were DSiWare games that I played. Ooh, Liberation Maiden's a really fun game. I really liked Liberation Maiden. Fire Glass, Bravely Default, Rescue Team. Spectrobes is a good one. Speaking of Pokemon Black, Gen 5 is the best Pokemon has ever been, and I refuse to hear any arguments. I am behind that. I loved the Gen 5 games. I know people didn't like it because it's like, oh, only new Pokemon and none of the old Pokemon. I hate this. This is the worst. Playing that game was so much fun. I loved that the story was continuous. There was moments where I didn't like I don't care much for Bryson and I don't like Stunfisk, but I loved Pokemon Black and I loved Pokemon Black 2. They were both really good games. Hold on, I have to read this block from Lottie. It's very important. TLDR, the world is getting ready to end, and you, the protagonist, are tasked with recording everything in in the Avalon Code in preparation for the new world. When you record something, say a poisonous herb item, you get shown a 5 by 5 square with the traits such as the poisonous trait. Then you rearrange and add what you want to change it. So you can make it like not poison but fire, etc. Some character specifics, such as removing the death tiles from a terminally ill NPC romance option. Oh, cool! That actually sounds super cool. Hi, Siege. Welcome back, kid. Are you here to get that mat out? I have to brush my cat. Stopped by earlier and she had a mat in her fridge, so I just tried to get rid of that for her. It actually sounds really cool. Right, now I have to remove my desk because I'm covered in DS. Love you so much. Avalon Code mentioned in my 2025? Hedgie has been awakened. There's my copy of the legendary Starfy. I know this game doesn't count as like niche anymore because Jaden Animation talked about it. Now everyone knows what it is. And I love that she did, and I love that people know what it is because I love this game so much. The original Fossil Fighters. That game is peak. I could sit here and talk about all my funny little handheld console games that were niche for days. Because I had so many and I loved so many of them. Loved playing them and experiencing them. Even the ones that were bad. I had a couple of bad ones that were like, whatever. I remember I had this one Metabots game and I never got to finish it because I got stuck at the same part every time because I couldn't figure out how to level grind for that area. Now I gotta give you a rundown. Darksiders 2. Wonderful edge. I would like to hear Darksiders 2. I would like to know more. Tell me about your guys' favorite games. I will read it out. I will be your Apple box today. Give me a TLDR about some of your favorite games here. I want to talk about them. I'll talk about the one that I meant, the mobile one, that is Monument Valley. Monument Valley is a series of puzzles that are geometrically oriented where you need to get your tiny character, where you're playing as this little princess character, and you have to get her from one side of the map to another, usually collecting a small geometric piece and taking it to a goal. So what makes this a puzzle is you have to turn the stage around to make things match up. The best thing I can liken it to that people in chat would be familiar with would be like the clock puzzles in the clocky puzzles in Star Rail. Because Honkai Star Rail has a lot of those where like you move tiles around and then they match up and it's like, oh, now it's a bridge and it makes sense even though this doesn't look like it would match up. Monument Valley is based on a bunch of puzzles like that. And the end of the game made me so happy because it was so cool. Horn, what song is this? Ah, Mono D. Count if I mean. Yes, you can. Hi, AJ! Welcome in, Cados! How are the avocados? The Long Dark. What's the Long Dark? I don't know if you've come in playing it before and you told me about it, but I've totally forgotten. I hope you had a fun stream, though. Hi, guys. Welcome in. If anyone who doesn't know me, hi, hello, how are you? My name is Soapsalotl. I am an axolotl VTuber, just like AJ. So if you're on my side and you like axolotl VTubers, you know where to go. I am doing Art Fight. I sometimes do art. I sometimes do games. I am a bouncy little bean. I'm very talkative today. I can't focus on art. I've just been very chatty. I'm trying to do Art Fight. Hi, Soap. Hi, AJ. I will take that sippy. My throat is starting to get a little weird. Ninja! Hi. So welcome in, everybody. Drop your Art Fight handle and team right now. I think I have it as a command. Also, I picked Team Crystal. I picked the shiny rocks. I like the shiny rocks. Hold on, where's the command? Thank you, Hedgie. Wrong kind of art fight. But hi guys, hello, welcome. If anybody needs to take off and like go take care of yourselves, walk around, do what you gotta do so that you feel healthy and happy, I implore you to do so. But if you wants to stick around, I would appreciate it if you did. And if you're liking the vibe but gotta go, feel free to hit the follow button so we can find each other again in the future. And if I am not your vibe, that is a-okay. We are all different people, and I hope that you're able to find more of your vibe, and maybe we'll meet again sometime. And I hope you have a great day. I'm turning. Well, I'm tuning in from the way. Right, you said you were going camping at the Grand Canyon. How is it? Are you having fun? What's the Grand Canyon like? I'm actually going camping in an area that's not too dissimilar from the Grand Canyon later on this month. I'm really excited to go. I get to go see dinosaurs. I like it, the dinosaurs. I like dinosaurs, but I picked Team Crystal. That's also because I really like shiny rocks. Shiny rocks make my brain go brrr. Hold on, I can roll my arbiter. Shiny rocks make my brain go brrr.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably end up. I have a brush that does a very nice, like, rounded star. I'm not good at drawing stars. I don't know why. I try so hard. The slightly less Grand Canyon. There's not even a canyon there. It's just Badlands. But it's cool and it's fun. There is rattlesnakes, however, which is wild that rattlesnakes can live this far up north to me. It's good, just a long drive, 7 hours from where I live. First day, so it's gonna be okay. So it's going okay so far. Hell yeah. That's awesome. I'm glad you're having fun. Makes me excited to go on my trip. I'm so excited to go camping. I haven't been genuinely camping in years. And not only that, I love camping. I'm going with some of my favorite people in the world, and we're gonna be like,
I'm going camping.
I'm excited. I can't even contain it. I like camping a lot. When I was a kid, we did quite a bit of camping. Some of it was glamping when my grandparents were involved because they had a big fancy like motorhome that like had all the distendy parts and stuff. But it was still fun. Up so I have shapes. Right now, I am lacking in the shape department. Got a lot of scribbles, and I need definite. I'm sorry. Sees speck of blue at the bottom of the canyon. Jumps in Minecraft. Surely the speck of blue will save me if I can get that hit. But if I miss, I'm gonna totally mess up my jump, and I'll just respawn back at the. I'll just save scum and respawn back at the top. The bell there. Pixel of diamond. Oh dang it. The reason the ground was actually a little bit closer than he thought it was. Hey, Soap, have you checked our fight in a hot minute? Is there more than the Lottie one? What are you all doing? I'm sitting here chatting, being a little goober. Oh no. What? Oh, I missed the other one! Kawaiatron! Wait, which one in here is... I was tagged. Where is... I don't know if one of my digis is in here, actually. Hold on, I'm looking. There, I don't know if I'm in this one, actually. I'm looking. A mass attack? Yeah, hold on. Oh, the Darksiders rundown. Hold on, give me 1 second to bring this up, and then maybe you guys can see it. We're looking for Pumimon or Umiuchimon, but I got mass attacked, but I'm not sure if my characters are in this one. I'm looking, but I can't find. There they are! Okay, it took me a hot minute. I found them. Very top right. There's my little guy! Umiuchimon! Look at all the beautiful digis! Okay. I'm gonna go and I'll read the Darksiders bit while you guys admire the good art. Look at all of the Digimon! Darksiders 2 follows the story of Death, who is one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Death is trying to free his brother War after he was framed for starting the apocalypse early and causing the extinction of mankind. This happened in the first game. Now Death plans to travel to the Tree of Life to revive all of humanity. I like that because then you're like, Death is trying to bring life. That's awesome. Death's race is the Nephilim, which is cursed union and devil. His race, not having a home of their own, tried to make the home of humanity, but Death and his siblings saw that they threatened the balance and were granted power. Death landed the final blow to his fellow Nephilim. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I like that a lot. That sounds fun. I love edginess, like edgy stuff. Okay, but I'm so excited. Look at all the beats. Okay, it's up to 20. Hear this one. Year of the Digimon. I'm so happy. I will have to leave a comment on it, and then I also have to leave a comment on the one that Lottie left me because that I did see the Lottie one. I love it. Can I ask a genuine question? Can I ask a weird but like genuine question? Oops. Is it normal to be attacked this much on your first year within the first week? Are you gay?
I am. Yes, I am. Thank you for asking, confirming with me. I am gay.
Am. Ones in chat if you're gay. Twos if you think you might be gay. Three if you ain't, but you like the gays. Characters might just be cute. I think they might be. I think maybe. I don't know. I'm one, three, one. Good. Did you?
I.
Don't poke my armpit. Oops, gay demographics. I am gay demographics. I got demographics and they are gray. Gay. Yeah. Yes, that's my current conundrum with art fight because I don't know how I'm going to attack everyone back, and I'm really grateful and I'm so happy that people are kind enough to gift me art and like think of me and look at my characters and be like, "Hey, we really like your character. Here's an art of your character." This is only my first year. I panic. I panic a lot. I'm really happy and I'm really happy, but I don't know if I deserve it. Death is also extremely sassy. Like, don't remember the exact line, but he's talking to a guy who says, "People call me Pup, but I prefer my own name, Karn." And Death goes, "Pup, it is then." That's good. It's not often one gets attacked so often. Take a sip of my drink. That gay conversation has left me so caught up and distracted I can't remember what I was doing. Good. Yeah. Yeah, this is where brain cell be right now. Is a brain cell. A miserable pile of but enough talk. Have at you. What? Are you laughing at me quoting Dracula? Yeah, it is what they were dead. Because it because I said it and Alexis got it and she laughed really hard because she's like, nope, because apparently not enough people quote Dracula for her. Gotten so expensive. If I managed to get revenge on all of them, I will call it a miracle. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Oh, found myself solving Rubik's cubes instead of my assignment. Whoops. Rubik's cubes are fun though. No gentleman that comes to my store wanted us to carry one kind of Rubik. It's like the newer ones that are slidey and made with magnets that aren't the Rubik's brand ones. They're the speed. And he runs the speed cubing group in my local community, and he's kind of chill. Hi, Onyx. Hello, hello, hello. How are you today? I'm too single-celled for Rubik's cubes. I don't have the ability to. I was over this. I don't math good, so I don't have the ability to solve, especially not well. There we go. Throws a fluffy pillow at you, hacker. Wait, hold on. I gotta go back up. I've got. Yeah, Veggie deserves all the love. I'm okay. I'm doing all right. I'm very bouncy today. I've got a lot of words to say, and I've got I'm trying to do art fight, and damn, am I not doing a good job? I've got this sketch, and I was gonna try to have this all done today, but I've been very chatty, evidently. So if you want to see the art my new partner made for me, extremely cute. I love it. Sure, if you want to drop it in the Discord in the art section, I'd love to look at it. Funky shapes and sizes are so fun, though. Everyone with a different set of skills. I've done nothing wrong in my life. That's right, you two get each other. I could pause. I managed to keep my promise to myself in one attack a day, so nice. But don't. I know you promised yourself. Never feel like you absolutely have to. Because burning yourself out is the worst way to go, because if you burn yourself out during art fight, it's gonna not want to do art after. I want to take a big old nappy break. No, we'll see if it lasts. Yeah, I'm trying my best to get as having fun. I really like drawing gift art for people. And try and get as much in as I can before I go on vacation. Gone for a whole. I don't like about camping is the ground, because I need an air mattress. Otherwise, I damage my spine and I can't walk good. I'm just because I have like old back. It's because like I genuinely don't have a good back. So wait, why have I lost tracking? Why am I just looking? What has happened? I don't remember getting hit. Why am I ragdolled? What has happened? What has transpired? I think I'm okay now. There we go. The art. Ooh.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, Echo! It's so cute. And this, the characters holding hands. I love them. They're both so cute. They did a really good job. I like how this arm looks. I don't like how this one did.
Cube. Um,
Redeem. I love that clip. I love cute. Got it from a friend of mine. They were like, "Hey, check out this weird thing I found," and every now and then they would send it to me, and I loved it. And much that I made it a redeem on my stream forever.
Hi, Gino.
How are you today? You're having a love. Oh, sorry, I'm getting a little focusy now that I'm trying to get my arts and stuff done. Doing some space diplomacy. Nice. We love space diplomacy. The end of my space shotguns.
Oh, water. Thank you.
Ah, liquid! Never actually gotten to that part of Metal Gear Solid 2, or is it 3, where he's just like, liquid! No, it's not 3, because 3 is Big Boss. It's 2 at the end where he yells liquid.
What's the matter? Scared of beans? Space boy?
Mm, yes, but only on Fridays. Only on Friday. Drop beans on someone. Drawn beans. Now to try to figure out how to do. I'll speak. Kind of goes around. Not on the front. Ah. I'm seeing that some cloth going back here. I saw lightning, and then I looked over. I'm like, wait, I can see the. I can see lightning if I can see the. I've just seen window big.
Hi, Kuzma! How are you today?
Probably pretty soon. Pain, but okay. Oh no! I hope you feel better soon. It's not too terrible, and like it's one of those things where if you sleep, then go to bed, and then you wake up the next day, and it's gonna be. Hope that for you. This one. It's like 4 hours, so that ain't helping. Yeah, I can imagine. Hope you feel better soon. Try to figure out the frill. So, by the way, glad you think my characters are cute. My character was so basic for so long. He was still a shark boy, lines under his eyes and sharp teeth. But he either just had white hair or blue hair, blue hoodies. I asked an artist streamer I used to watch talking to regularly give me some tips because we were kind of friends. They just fully redesigned for me. Oh, that's really kind of them. They took his two different hair colors and combined them. Ow! Combined them. Gave him a cooler hoodie. Kept the lines and gave him a tail. For some reason, I didn't want to do that when I made him. I like the tail. I always like adding tails to characters, though. Tails are just fun. They add for more like emotion and like. I just like tails. Really liked your little buddy on the left. The left corner or the left color. Minumi Uchimon? I think that's who you meant. Thank you. I loved him too. My fault for picking. I'm not very good at drawing frills, but this is a good chance for me. We're onto something here. Ruffles, my beloved. I I wish I was better at ruffles. I always forget. I always have to look at the stuff. You want to see the original doodle I made for the design? Sure. Why the tears, Neff? Why are you sad? Are you getting attacked more? I hope you are. Deserve it. I like that either. Attacked by the final. Yeah! Nice.
Hi, Michaela. Hello, how are you today? Hi.
This have almost got me through my entire can of peas. That'll kind of. But hi, Ash. There's so many people coming in suddenly. I'm waking up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not a brain cell to be had. on the other side of the head. Oops. No, I want the, yep. Gonna and try again. I don't like the way it looks. All the brain cells. No, I needed that. I'm trying to do ruffles. Ruffles are like, I can't brain ruffles. I know how they look when they're going like straight on, where it's just like, dude. Got the wah, and then you got the wah. That a whole bunch, and then you add like layers and stuff to make it look like sauce. I have a reference right here, and I can't brain it. I am not a ruffle person. Ruffles are so hard. Salutes to everyone who can comprehend ruffles.
Whee!
Why'd I pick the design with ruffles? Really cute. I like stars and bells and stuff. I like the hood. I like everything about this design. I'm just not good at ruffles. Oh. Why am I falling again? What? How is this happening? What is causing this to happen? I'm not moving. No, it's... What is... Oh my gosh, it's picking up Marith. It's Marith laying on the bed. I lean too far forward. My camera can't pick me up. And it picks up Marith laying on the bed. Yeah, if I cover up my face now, it thinks I'm Marith, and that's why I keep laying backwards like this. Because it's Marith. It's not an imposter. There, now I'm... No, you can't have my body. Stop body snatchering me. No, stop. No. You can't keep snatching my body like this. Apparently so. I didn't expect this. Okay, so new plan for trying the hood. Going to do layer 1. And yeah, it's cool. I will probably look at them in a little bit here. Trying to figure out these ruffles. Ah! I just got bonked with them. Are you getting ready to go sleep? Okay, I'll probably wrap up stream then, since I've been chatty and I don't want to keep you. I don't think I have the ability to not be chatty. Earth is still occupying the same. Very kind and just kind of reading. I was being chatty. I think now is actually not a terrible time to probably wrap up. I'll probably working on this off stream. If I don't keep working on this off stream, I'm gonna work on my Life 2D. Not my Life 2D, my V-Roid model. So, give button. There. Egg salad. Alrighty. Nice cute motherfucker. Motherfucker, thank you for noticing. Want to be this big, but not this close, not this angle. There we go. Bye-bye. Hold on, let me find us a target first. You guys want some extra points to throw things at me? Yeah, you do. Let's go find a target. Let's go find somewhere to drop you all off at. Yeah. Ooh, I think I know who I want to go drop you all off at. Double check all of my... think we're gonna go see Shy. Yeah, we're gonna go see Shy. Hi, Rekawai! I'm so sorry. I'm actually getting ready to wrap up here. We're gonna drop you off with another axolotl that's really cool. That's also doing art fight this year. You guys are gonna have a lovely time with Shy. Shy is an amazing. There we go. Yeah, we'll go with this one on the way out. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you all had fun. I will be back probably Tuesday, actually. Tuesday evening, I should be around and streaming. So if you guys want to see more of me, I'll be around then. And then, I'm trying to brain myself here. Hold on. There. Yeah, I'll be back on Tuesday. We're going to be doing model kits. I have a Rowlet and a Rayquaza to build. So I will be doing a hand cam stream and building models with you guys. I'm excited for that, and I will see you all then. But in the meantime, have fun. Don't talk to strangers. If you're in an art fight and I've seen you and we have met and I have followed you or you've attacked me, we're not safe. I will get you. Okay, bye guys. I love you. Have fun with Shy. Hold on. I'm canceling my raid because I realized I forgot to do literally everything. Hey, I have. Wait, does Hedgie do? Hedgie's got the raid messages. I mentioned art fight. I should probably throw that I'm doing art fight again in here. Yeah, we got the links. So if you guys want to follow my social medias to see who I'm attacking and see my attacks, that's where I'm posting them. I've got my sticker shop on my Ko-fi, and of course I have my art fight link. So if you guys want to fight me, or if you guys want to follow me and see who I'm fighting, that's also where you can go for that too. I'm trying to grab my own raid message and I'm failing miserably. Okay, I think I got it. There we go. Let's try this again. Okay, now we're rating Shy. Again, thank you guys. Have a lovely time. I'll see you all later.
Goodbye. Bye. Farewell. I'll miss